Welcome back to another video. My name is KvCORE from KvCORE Homes, and in this video we'll be covering the playbook section of KvCORE. Follow along with me step by step. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So when you log on to KvCORE, you'll be greeted with your dashboard first. In order to get to the playbook section, you can either click on playbooks right on the dashboard. It'll say, it'll have a section for playbooks right here. You can either click on view all playbooks here to get to the playbook screen, or you can click on playbooks on the menu section on the left-hand side of KvCORE. And if you don't see this, it's probably because it's collapsed as such. You would just need to click on the three bars at the top left, to go ahead and expand that and then find playbooks. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. Once we open up the playbooks page, you will see the screen that we're looking at right now. So as of today, and as of the recording of this video, there are only 3 playbooks available, but if you see right here on the right hand side, more playbooks are in the works, so you might have extra ones come out by the time you're watching this video. But there are 3 of them, so we're going to focus on the promoted listing playbook in this video, and then we will do another video on the gather your sphere and the work your sphere playbook. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on promoted listing. We're gonna start with this playbook. So I'm gonna click open playbook, and once I do, you're going to see this window pop up, and it will tell you to start a new playbook or revisit or continue a playbook you've already started. So basically, in a nutshell, what a playbook is a streamlined set of actions you need to take in order to achieve a certain marketing goal. So let's say you are trying to market a specific listing to a lot of people, and KvCORE makes that simple for you by having different steps or actions you need to take in order to do that as effectively as possible. And they call that a playbook. Okay, so the playbook is basically a bunch of different actions that make sure you've checked every single item in order to market as effectively as possible. So that's all, what a playbook is. So in this playbook, we'll be promoting a listing, and KvCORE is going to make sure we promote it in all of the different ways that we can, and make sure we don't miss anything. So if you don't have any playbooks, obviously you would want to start a new one. Let's say you have a brand new listing and you want to utilize KvCORE to promote it to all the people in your database. So on the left hand side here, you can actually go ahead and click on the drop down, and you can click on the company listings. If it's already listed, it should already be under your company listings. Or you can create a listing yourself, which is something you can do on another section of KvCORE. You can see all of the listings within your team if you're part of a team, or all the listings in your CRMLS. Okay, so by clicking this drop down, it'll show you all of the listings on the CRMLS or whatever MLS you're subscribed to. You can click on that and it'll show you all of the different active listings on there. And if you want, you can also go ahead and search for a specific listing by putting the MLS ID in here, and then it will prompt that specific listing. Okay, so we're just going to take a random listing from my company or my brokerage, and we're going to try with 900 South Kenmore Avenue right here. I'm going to click on start promoting. And once I click on start promoting, it's going to take me to a new page. And on this page, it has a bunch of different actions that we can take in order to promote this listing. And the way KvCORE calls those different actions plays, okay, hence playbook. So each play is a different action you can take in order to promote that listing. So on this screen we see right here, let's cover the top section first. Okay, so it says at the top, promote a listing, because that's the playbook we're in. And right below that, you're gonna get a little preview of the main photo of the listing, the address, and right next to that, you can go ahead and add a seller. Okay, so if you're the listing agent and you're working with the seller to try and sell this listing, you can actually go ahead and click add seller right here. And once you do, you can type in the name of that seller in here. Ideally, you already have that seller added to your CRM. Okay, so after adding that person to your CRM, you'll be able to search for that person in here and then go ahead and click the save button. Okay, so just for example purposes, I'm going to type John Doe, which is a fake contact I have in here, just for, you know, these videos sake. So I'm going to click save. So let's say John Doe, this was John Doe's property, and I am, you know, helping John Doe sell this property as his agent. So I'm going to add him as a seller. Okay, so once you do, you click save. Now John Doe is added as the seller of this property. And what that's going to do is a few cool things that we're going to get to, but pretty much all it's going to do is give, give John access to certain reports about the property. So we can share how many people visited landing pages or squeeze pages of the website, how many people signed up, provided their information, and stuff like that. So that way John knows that we're generating traffic and actually doing all this work to sell his property. And it's a nice thing to show your client. It shows that, you know, you're going above and beyond, and you're not like every other agent with every other basic marketing tools or strategies. So we've added John as the seller, and I've already clicked save, and it's going to have a start date. So this is when basically we're starting this playbook. So that's what you're going to see here. And then right below, there's 3 different sections. There's all plays, playbook results, or quick sheet. Okay, right now we're in the all plays tab, which will basically show you all of the different actions. Remember, plays are referring to actions. Okay, so on this little column we see down here, it says listing promotion plays or listing promotion actions. So within these, I'm going to expand all of these drop down. So there's 6 different actions here, 6 different plays, being contact matching buyers, utilize custom text codes, property boost, digital promotion, initiate seller report email, and also activate smart campaign. So each of these are different actions we can take or different plays we can utilize to market this property. Okay, so ideally you would want to utilize all of these plays to market this property as much as possible. Okay, so it's going to start at the top here, contact matching buyer, which is what we're looking at here on the right hand side of the screen. So on here you have the option to send this listing to a KvCORE smart list. Okay, so a KvCORE smart list is basically KvCORE's way of searching through all of your CRM, and based on those people's preferences, which is determined by their visits on your website and what type of property they're looking at, KvCORE will curate this list of people it thinks might want to purchase or might be interested in this property. So it looks like right now there is no one that KvCORE thinks would be interested in this property, hence the message we're seeing down here. You don't have to stop at the smart list. You can also do your custom list, so a custom set of people in your database that you want to send this property to. So by clicking on the custom list button here, so you can either send this property to a custom list of saved filters or people with a specific hashtag. So if you have a hashtag of maybe investors in your database and you would like to send this to all of the investors that you're in contact with, you can come in here and then go ahead and type that hashtag. So, investor. Or maybe you want to send this to your sphere of influence. So you would come in here and type sphere of influence if you have a hashtag for anyone in your sphere of influence. Okay, likewise, you can do the same with filters. I have a bunch of different saved filters, and I've made a video on what filters are and what hashtags are. I'll link those videos in the description so that you can take a look at them. But in a nutshell, they're basically a way for you to group people in your database and market to them individually. Okay, so for example's sake, I'm going to go ahead and put friends in here. So let's say I wanted to send this property to my friends. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Looks like I have 0 friends, which is amazing. I actually have another hashtag here called friends and family. I'm going to select that one instead. And there we go. Looks like we got 70 people within this hashtag. So what this means is when I submit this play, KvCORE is going to send this listing to all of the people in my database that have this hashtag, which amounts to 70 people. If we scroll down here a little bit, there's also an option to send a text message to these people, okay? So we can either send a text message or an email or both. So if you see here, both of those are checked, okay? So we can send a text message. It's already filled out for me. I don't have to do, any fancy editing myself. Feel free to come in here and write your own text. However, KvCORE has plenty of templates ready for you to utilize, so you don't even have to lift a finger, okay? So down here is where you can change what kind of template there is. But as you see right here, there's already one that sounds okay to me. And KvCORE will make sure everyone's addressed properly in all of those outgoing text messages. Also, do make sure that you have consent from all of the people you're sending these messages to, so that you don't get in trouble by sending unsolicited text messages. Down here also, you can check, make sure this is checked to also send this out via email and not only through text. And if you scroll down here, you're gonna see what that email would look like. It says new listing announcement. It'll have, spaces for the listing address, the main photo of the listing, and it'll address everyone accordingly. So that way it's not a static message. It'll look more personal. Okay, and again, if you want to type your own in here, you can go ahead and click the little X right here and then go ahead and edit your own template and then just kind of type your message here, whatever you want that to sound like. However, I like the template that KvCORE had on there, so I'm just going to find that template again. There it is. So it's called Promote a Listing Playbook, so I'm going to click on that. And there it is. So I'm going to utilize what KvCORE already has because I think it looks nice and it already saves me a bunch of time. Okay, so if you didn't want to send a text, you could just uncheck this. If you did not want to send an email, you can also uncheck that. However, if you can send both, I would do both to have the maximum, impact, possible. So now that we've done that, we can go ahead and click on send/schedule. So what this would do is basically schedule these emails to be sent out. However, I'm not gonna go ahead and send this out because this is just an example and this is not my listing. So I'm just gonna skip this play or skip this action, okay? But for you, if you're actually doing this for your listing, or you're helping a buyer, another agent sell his listing, with his consent, you can market, his property and go ahead and send this out to your sphere of influence as well. But for now, I'm gonna skip this. So that's basically you doing the first play or first action. So next up, you can, now we're on the utilize custom text code play. So text code are basically, what you see here. Okay, I'm just gonna read it because I think KvCORE explained this properly and very well. So it says, create a text code that people can use to request details about your listing. When the code is texted, the system will send your message with listing details back to the requester. Perfect for use on sign writers and flyers and digital ads, okay? In a nutshell, basically you create a custom code that people can text to your KvCORE number, and when they text that code to your number, they'll automatically receive more information about the listing in question straight into their inbox. And KvCORE already has that set up for you. All you would need is to memorize or write this code somewhere. It's right here at the top, text code. So basically what would happen is if anyone types this code, sends it to you as a text message to your KvCORE smart number, which is right below that, they will be sent a link to view more details about the property, okay? And if you want to edit anything on that, you can go ahead and click edit here. But again, I don't think you need to go through all of that unless you really want to be make sure everything is super customized to your liking, which is fine. You would just click edit settings there and then just change the message people get back. But again, I like what KvCORE already has pre-built for me, so I'm just gonna keep it as is and we're gonna move on to the next play. Okay, so we're gonna click skip here because I'm not actually doing this, and we're gonna go to the next play here. So next up we have Property Boost. Okay, so the Property Boost play is a paid feature that basically will market this property for you on social media. And I believe it includes Facebook and Instagram. So obviously this is paid if you do have budget to do any type of online advertising. and you want KvCORE to handle that for you, you can go ahead and click the Boost Now button. It'll open a new tab and take you to the page where you can go ahead and customize your marketing strategy based on your budget and let KvCORE do the work for you. And that's kind of what that will look like. And these are the prices, at least in my area, and it'll break down what you get, okay? We're not gonna get too much into this, but it is one of the options within this play. Okay, so now that we've covered that one, it automatically took us to the next play here, which is the digital promotion play or digital promotion action. So I think this is one of the most important plays to actually market this property on social media by yourself, free at no charge. So on this page, KvCORE already has created a squeeze page for you, a landing page for you, and even a Craigslist. So you have access to a squeeze page, a landing page, and even a Craigslist post. I've clicked on this by accident, but there should be a blue button here that says generate code. And when you click on that, you'll now see this button that says post to Craigslist to automatically create a listing, Craigslist listing just by clicking on here. And it's very, very cool. All you need to do is install a specific plugin, and there are instructions on doing that right below here. You do need to be using Google Chrome. By doing that, you'll be able to post seamlessly to Craigslist. However, up top, you have links to a squeeze page that you can copy and paste on your social media platform of your choosing, or you can just click the quick action buttons down here in order to directly post to Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest, okay, and your landing page as well. So what that will do is it'll basically create a page for people to view more details about your property, provide their email and phone numbers to get in touch with you to request even more information. So this could be a great tool to generate extra leads for listings that you have, or maybe other people's listings in your brokerage, which is pretty nice. And again, if you have any questions on landing pages or squeeze pages, I have dedicated videos on what those are and how to create your own custom ones. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you want to see the videos for squeeze pages and landing pages, check in the description also. Okay, so once you have all these links shared and copied, you can go ahead and click done. I'm going to skip display because obviously this is just for the tutorial's sake, so I'm going to click skip. Last but not least, we have the Activate Smart Campaign play. So what this does is any leads that you generate as a result of this marketing strategy here, you can have them automatically assigned to a smart campaign, okay? And the smart campaign is basically a way to have predetermined, pre-programmed set of actions and emails and text messages that get sent out to those people so that you're always reaching out to them and always stay top of mind. So this will help your follow-up game tremendously because you don't even have to actively call these people, email them, or text them. KvCORE will handle the email and text part, and then we'll remind you to call these people. So if you have a specific smart campaign you want to assign to all of the leads you generate as a result of launching this playbook, you can choose that campaign here, which could be one that you created yourself, or you can choose a default campaign by clicking that button right here. And KvCORE will automatically add a smart campaign for you to reach out to those people, which is pretty awesome. So if you have any questions on that section also, leave it in the comment section below. I also have a dedicated video on what smart campaigns are and how to build your own. I have plenty of them on the channel actually, so links in the description, guys. Make sure to check those out. But there you go. So once you have that done, you are pretty much done with the promoted listing playbook. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.